Hello, hi, welcome to GMA Talk, your most beloved favorite talk show right here on YouTube and your favorite social media platform, GMA Talk. Say it with me, GMA Talk, with your host, yours truly, Gerard Mutabazi Amani. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Please subscribe, please share, please comment, please like, and spread the word around the world. And always stay tuned right here on GMA Talk for your latest on the world of refugees and migrations here in Canada and around the world. So first of all, before we speak on the topic of this week, just a quick and highlight update in regard to the refugees and migrants who have been and asylum seekers who have been sleeping in the street of Toronto here in Canada. So they have been put in temporary shelters as a result of coming together of private businesses, as a result of coming together of organizations, churches, and then as a result of also well wishers or those who help and support people in the community. And then also the federal government, the Canadian government, made or will make available 97 million to the city of Toronto in order to care for these refugees and asylum seekers as they are waiting for long-term housing solutions and for the cases to be heard by the refugee board here in Canada. So that is the update. Thank you for everyone in Toronto who came together, everyone in Canada who came together, whether it's private businesses, organizations, citizens, well-wishers, and in order to ensure that these refugees and asylum seekers are provided the shelter, the means for a dignified place instead of sleeping in the street as they're waiting for the long and lasting and durable solutions. So now to this week's topic, which covers the city of New York City. New York. Empire State of Mind, baby. Oh man, when it comes to United States of America, New York City is my favorite city in the USA, and it's a place that I've been well over 10 times really. I love New York City. The city that doesn't sleep, the big apple. But today we want to cover something very sad development really. A news that was put out by the mayor of New York City saying that there is no more room for migrants. Basically, he put out a news release, he put out the flyers, put out a press release, really saying that refugees don't come here to New York City. We have no more room for you. When I read this news, really, I started thinking, really, how can a city that, a city that is supposed to be a sanctuary city, a city that is not supposed to be welcoming migrant, welcoming refugees, welcoming of all citizens and all colors and all people from around the world, a city that has been really known, around the world as where your dreams are made in New York City. When you can make it in New York City, as the saying goes, you can make it anywhere and everywhere else. So, according to the mayor of New York City, he says since the month of April of 2023, New York City has welcomed well over 90,000 migrants. So this is understandable because his reasoning given that the city has sheltered in terms of all these refugees, where else the housing accommodation is becoming challenged. Like everywhere else on the big cities, accommodation is hard, and the mayor says in terms of life is difficult in the city, and they're not able to accommodate all these migrants, and that these migrants should well search for other cities to go to. And as we have seen also in the news that in some of the US states or US cities that are run by certain leaders of the Republican parties, they've been busing and offloading really migrants and refugees to cities and places and states that are run by Democrats in the states, across the state, in different cities. So with the mayor of New York, instead of saying that migrants should no longer come to our city, migrants should no longer come to this city, to his city, uh, the solution should be to see how he can work closely with the state, closely with the federal government, to see how this migrant can be well provided, can be well accommodated, can be well put through the system when they arrive, whether it's temporary housing, whether it's food, whether it's the necessities, the basic needs, as also to ensure that they're going through the legal system in terms of having the case to be heard in front of the board, which is in charge of hearing refugee cases, and to determine whether indeed this migrant to be offered temporary leave or long-term relief, or to be offered temporary status or long-term status. So it's a solution that should be well put together with well-wishers, organizations, and different levels of government, instead of saying that migrants are not welcome in the city, because these migrants are not coming because they wish to come. These migrants are going through challenges, whether the families were murdered, whether the families were raped, whether the children were killed, they cannot go back to the countries, whether it's in terms of because of gangs, because of political reasons, because of climatical reasons, because of economical reasons, because of there's among these migrants, of course, there's always sometimes those who are coming for economical reasons, but most of the time there's those who are legitimately fleeing and escaping for their lives and require and need a shelter, need a place to put their head, need a place to call home. So to the mayor of New York City, to the place of New York City, to the people of New York City, remain as welcoming and as awesome city you are. Welcome migrants, welcome refugees, welcome everyone, including those who are crossing borders daily, including those who are coming from different states, different part of the USA, different cities, different states. Be as welcoming as you are, as the city that I know, as the city that I love. Instead of saying migrant, no more room for you, migrant, don't come here, migrant, stay away. The solution, and what the mayor of New York City and everyone should do, is to see how they can work together with organizations, businesses, or levels of government to find durable and lasting solutions for this migrant as they're going through the system, whether it's legal system and social system and economical system in the United States of America. So please continue welcome migrants, continue welcoming refugees, and provide a safe haven, a sanctuary haven for all migrants, no matter where they come from, instead of saying no more room, don't come. So that is the message. That is the update here on GMA Talk of what and the latest development in New York City when it comes to migrants. And as we know, the different means of where different borders, different border point in the US where people cross and coming from different countries, whether it's from South America, whether it's from around the world, really. And we need to see and advocate and encourage levels and officials across US, across New York City, across New York State, to see how everyone can be helped and supported accordingly. So that's all on this week is GMA Talk with yours truly, Gerard Mutabaziamani. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, and stay tuned next week right here for your latest on the world of refugees and migration. And here on GMA Talk, we believe that refugees are more than refugees. Love, peace, and unity. God bless.